Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tower readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm just double checking. I'm having microphone. Okay, the microphone's coming from the right place. The problem I'm having is the camera does not like me wearing black shirts at all. Not a bit. And so I have had to turn off all the automatic stuff, and no matter what I do, the lighting's just a mess. But anyway, so we're just gonna do the thing. So here we are. Okay. Let me pull this up. Hello, everybody. To the best of my knowledge, we're also hello everyone hello everyone on YouTube, hello everybody at Facebook, and hello everybody on Twitter. So this is new. Okay. So I just wanted to say welcome, and I'm here 365 days of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. I don't do personal readings. I just do political stuff. But I'm always here. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. If you're watching this on replay, hello. You go down in the description box. All the questions are listed out there, and I timestamp them as I go. And then we have some fun stuff. I do drawings. They're coming up as the subscriber number increases. If you are a member on Patreon, we'd have our monthly tarot social for 2 hours. The next one's going to be on the 29th. And if you would like to use any of the cool emojis, and down on YouTube near the subscribe button, there should be a join button. And if you become a member, there are extra cute little emojis that you can use, including about the kitty, who's right down here, and Alfie, Brave Sir Alfred of Pumpkin, Great Chair of Happiness, and the Grim Bleeper, who, because I don't swear, anyway, on here, anyway. All right, so let's jump right in. Hello. Yes, there's Boo Boo here. Alfie, cool. Thank you, Mel. And Judy says Boo Boo's ZK. Bailey, Boo Boo's and Kitty. Anyway, it's a superhero. Grandma Rose says the camera's job is to make everything a neutral gray, so it lightens blacks and darkens whites. There you go. There you go. And thank you for saying. I was totally a goth in college, so I didn't often do I didn't often do the black lipstick, but I was always wearing black. So this, to me, I've always looked like this. Anyway, all right. Let me pull up the questions. All right. And so go back to this. This is, I built today's graphic. This is kind of based on the Five of Wands, which is the card of rancor, the card of the people fighting with their wands and a little bit of chaos and aggression and that kind of thing. Even though they seem calmer, this is like a between the fights. And the background, this is actually from an old book where it's the front it's like the inside paper of it's the Library of Congress with their official seal. And with all that fighting going on, I figured, you know what? Let's with all the fighting that goes on in the government, and with the ones being the far right, they come up as the far right for me. I thought, yeah, let's do this. All right. Okay, so let me pull out my cards. Mel says rancor. That pretty much describes the feeling these days. Yeah, I understand. Ricky says, and the star of the show, the next James Bond in the new James Bond film, Boo Boo's and Kitty. Yes. Not a good kitty. Tell me, is it really Idris Elba is going to be the next Bond? That would be awesome. He's amazing. So, Connie says it has a Monty Python Holy Grail vibe. Okay. And there was something else, but I missed it. Okay. All right. Well, I have tea. So if he's going to be, James Bond. Although this particular tea and this particular brand of tea is, or this particular type of tea is very Picard. Earl Grey. Hot. All right. Let's do some readings. We're actually starting with, yes, Mel Prasad. Boo Boo Zen Kitty. the name's Boo Boo Zen Kitty. I feel like I need to use Old Faithful today. I'm not going to use the Halloween deck. And we're going to start out with the thing seems to be stressing people out the most. I mean, the real... Oh, he declined? Oh, thank you for letting me know, Sarah. Idris Elba would be so awesome as Bond, but oh, he declined. Okay, well, we'll have to see. All right, we're going to start out at 6.5 minutes in. I know that this is stressing some people out. And the whole point of this channel, going over the news, going over it together with, who was it? Who was it in the chat who said the people in chat are very smart? You are. You really are. And but you're also very kind to each other. And so the reason I do the nails and the overlays and the fun stuff and all of this stuff, it's to raise the vibration, kind of raise our spirits so that we can go down into the muck. Go down into the absolute muck to read on these so many scumbags who are in the news. And then we can come back up and be like, whew, okay, get that off, come back to our own level, which is not that horrible stuff. But today, particularly, I know there are a lot of people who are worried. So I thought it's important to read on this first. It's about what Biden said about the possibility of some kind of nuclear attack, nuclear problem. And he has, he's in the middle of it. He's getting very good intel and important information. I'm not even once picking up that there's going to be a, nuclear Armageddon. I've never picked up on that. And I have picked up on humanity surviving and going out to the stars and so much good in humanity's future. I have not picked up on an Armageddon. So, but, Putin is not well. And he is losing. And I have also picked up repeatedly that he is going to lose this war. No one who does readings is ever 100% accurate. It is generally kind of the consensus among readers is what's most likely to happen. But from what I've seen, other readers have been getting pretty much the same thing. That... it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. But let's have a look, because there could be a much lesser thing that Putin could do. And of course, he's got some scary generals talking in his ear because he's the one who hired them, who put them in those positions of power. Bonnie's saying I'm on edge too. The news is disturbing. I understand. Sharon Ann is saying people are rushing to buy potassium iodine tablets. Okay. Be Grateful says yesterday afternoon in my area, there were sounds of low-flying jets, military, I'm sure, all afternoon. Spooky. Seemed like high alert. We have several bases nearby. Okay. Sharon Ann says he could use a chemical weapon against Ukraine. Wow. Deborah is suggesting maybe Biden's trying to wake everyone up that Putin is not a good man. Well, we know that. Putin is not a good man. Putin has the energy of a serial killer. I'm not exaggerating. Seriously. Of all the horrible things we say about Trump and what have you, I have one good thing to say about Trump. He does not have the energy of a serial killer. That's it. And after X many years of all of this, it's rather amazing that that's where the bar is now. I'm afraid I don't do personal readings, but I just politics. But all right. Oh, good tea. So Biden says there's more, the greatest threat of a nuclear Armageddon. This is the first time since the Cold War there's been this kind of threat, which that could make sense. You know, I mean, those of us who grew up during the Cold War, who really lived that, you know, we were, to us, it's like, but the Cold War ended, you know? So let's see. And there are various bunkers apparently Putin's been spending his time in, and I mean, this idiot is so paranoid. He actually, from what I read, he actually, for Zoom calls, he built identical offices in two different places. So when you Zoom, you can't entirely tell where he is. Please. Ugh. Sharon's, oh wait, what was that? Gretchen said, what a thing to put on your tombstone. I don't have the energy of a serial killer. He doesn't. He has heinous energy. He's the walking embodiment of all 7 deadly sins. But no, Putin has the energy of a serial killer. Yeah. All right. 8 of Swords. He's hemmed in. He's cornered. And ridiculous. Moon, 10 of Swords, Devil, Sun, 10 of Pentacles. Russia is going to lose the war. They just are. They're just, you're done. You're done, son. You're done. And Putin's regime is corrupt, cruel. He is awful. Just bad. Very bad. Bad. But for what's coming up, I've got the sun shining, and specifically in the sun cards, look at those lovely sunflowers. Ukrainian sunflowers. That's the important part right there. And here we have a dynasty, political dynasty. That's not Armageddon. It's just not. I am loving. Apparently, there are some animated videos of animated. I don't know what to call them, GIFs or videos or whatever they are. They're images that move, but it's maps of the area between Ukraine and Russia, and it shows the Ukrainian forces as Ukrainian flags, and then the Russian forces as Russian flags, and the Ukrainians are just pushing them back and pushing them this way and pushing them back. It's lovely to watch. Be Grateful says Biden's message might be him signaling Putin he wants to know how to ramp it down. That Biden is unsure where the off-ramp is, asking Putin for a direction to de-escalate. Well, I think Biden doesn't want. I think Biden's a decent human being, honestly, and most importantly, I think Joe Biden actually cares about human beings. And compared to Donald Trump, he's Saint Joe. But Biden wants to come up with a peaceful solution, but not one where Ukraine has to give up anything. I think it might be more of a, we know, we're watching, we know what's going on, we know more than you think. The other thing to keep in mind, most nights there is a Russian television show where they stand around, the people on the show, they stand around in a kind of a wide circle. It kind of looks like the set of The Weakest Link. Do you remember that? From what I remember of that, they talk about kind of what's going on in the news and the situation in Ukraine and what have you. And it's very much state media, very much. But even they're starting to be like, this isn't going well. This is not going well. And you're not supposed to be saying that, really. So they're really going out on a limb to say, this isn't going well. So it isn't that Putin has the fantastic backing of his entire country. And King of Cups, that's Biden. Let's see here. Oops, sorry. I tapped the microphone, sorry. 4 of Wands, Hanged Man, 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, Page of Cups. This feels like Putin is not in charge. This is trying to pull the economy back together in Russia. But it doesn't go as well as we would hope, as far as the situation in Russia is going to improve for the people. Definitely. And the young people are not going to put up with it, with the old ways. But it's bumpy. You suddenly get rid of Putin, and he has purposely created a power vacuum. So sorry, I don't know if it's just my allergies acting up, or if it's just I have a stray hair in my face. Really, my nose right there. It's just right there. Anyway, I'm not getting the end is nigh, because I don't think it is. The energy is surprisingly peaceful. Hermit. Isolation. Hundreds of thousands of people are leaving Russia. His military is not doing well. He's hired mercenaries and that's not going well, because the next question is about something with him relying on mercenaries that went horribly wrong. Ricky's asking Putin in exile. would take him. Who would want him, really? But you have to understand Trump has his narcissism. He's not going to change. He's not going to be reasonable. He's not going to be like, oh, okay, so I won't do that again. No. Putin is a serial killing autocrat. He's not going to listen well. He's not going to go, okay, I think I'll retire. Page of Wands, the messenger. 9 of Wands, star, world. Yeah, this geek hillbilly, if Putin leaves Russia, he will be arrested immediately. All the damage done, all the lights of the world and hope for the future, the whole world coming down on him. Yeah. I'm not getting that. All right, so let's have a quick look at 2130. 2130. Putin's reliance on mercenaries backfires. Gosh, imagine that. After one of them guns down a Russian lieutenant colonel. Oopsies. He did what? So the whole mercenary thing, how's that going? Yes, that's true. Genealogy junkie. Today is Putin's birthday. It's almost against my nature to not immediately congratulate someone or say something nice. I have nothing nice to say. Nothing. Chariot. He really thought the mercenaries were going to be the thing. And says he's offering citizenship to mercenaries if they come and fight for him. Huh. Huh. King of Cups. Biden has a volunteer army who aren't fleeing the country. Just saying. Knight of Cups. 8 of Pentacles, Temperance. They'll work for the highest bidder, and if they get mad enough at somebody, why would they listen? There's no underlying patriotism there. There's no underlying. It's just a paycheck, and it's not like mercenaries are, known. Mercenaries from various stands are known for their calm, measured responses to things. That is, Putin hires those kind of people because they have no ethics. They have no limits. So this is Biden in the West watching as Putin is flailing, and this is this feels like NATO kind of in Poland. By the way, the leader of Belarus is now against Poland, and Poland's like, Pipsqueak, sit down. I'm part of NATO. And again, I'm getting Temperance. Putin is losing. In the end, there's Temperance. That's what I keep getting. on all this stuff. So hang in there. Hang in there. And sending some positive energy, asking the divine to pour down positive, loving energy on Ukraine, on all of the world, really, but on that area, on Russia, to raise the vibration. So it's one of the things. Nancy Pelosi a while back people were criticizing her because she said when Trump was president, that she prays for Trump. And people were like, "Oh, you don't really mean that," and she's lying. No, she is praying, and in the same way, I prayed for Trump. I prayed for Trump. I prayed for his vibration to get higher and higher and higher and higher. And that's for the good of all. Because it reaches a point where if there's enough positive energy and he can get his energy up high enough, he would suddenly be like, oh, doing all of these heinous things actually hurts me. And being actually good to people might benefit me too. Huh. I can dream. But anyway, okay. I guess this is related, but kind of similar thing. 27 minutes in, last question on this topic. 27 minutes in, precipice of collapse. According to former U.S. generals, Putin's army is facing irreversible defeat. Yeah. Darren says Jimmy Carter also prays for 45. Yeah. All right. What does the end of the war in Ukraine with the Russia-Ukraine war? And I put Russia first because they started it. Completely unprovoked. What is the end of death card? Try to rebuild. A lot of healing that needs to be done. Does the end of the Russia and Ukraine look like? The Emperor. It's all about the Emperor, of course. 10 of Pentacles. 9 of Wands. Magician. Knight of Pentacles. Strength. Zelensky. Man is a hero. Man is absolutely a hero. And I think, what comes right to mind, my favorite quote of his that comes right to mind is when they were, I think NATO was offering to evacuate him and his family from Kyiv. And he said, I don't need a ride. I need bullets. I need weapons. Good for you. So, Russia's been exposed. The dynasty, the great Russian military has been exposed for the sham that it is. This is Zelensky. This feels like somehow it's like sending someone in to sign a treaty, a peace treaty or something. And this feels very much like the strength is on Ukraine's side. Yeah. And then there's money that is earmarked. Feels like there's money earmarked for Ukraine from the West that would probably still go through, but instead of being moved toward, we're not sending pallets of cash over there. We're buying things for them. And that money could go to rebuilding. It could go to building materials. It could go to asphalt and cement and wiring and, I know it's heinous over there right now, but oh, thank you, Sempress. I have, yes, I have not looked at Zelensky's birth chart recently, but yes, it's definitely powerful. Yeah, he does not have a pushover chart. Okay, so let's move on to Tina White's question. A very good question at 31:50. I mean, you guys always have good questions, but 31, well, let's just say 31:30. All right. See, the energy feels very calm. Ricky, is Putin jealous of Zelensky? Oh, murderously. Yeah. Yes, Judy, he was a performer before Zelensky became president. Yeah. Anyway, so Tina White's question was, given the timing of OPEC's decision to reduce oil production, which is going to raise prices, was this decision influenced by Trump or the GOP with the use of classified documents, a quid pro quo? Basically, is OPEC working with Trump or the GOP? Are they timing this to, hey, buddy, we got you, to hurt to hurt us for the midterms, to hurt the Democrats in the midterms? Because here's the thing, Biden went over to Saudi Arabia, and there was even a picture of him doing a fist bump with MBS, Mohammed bin Salman, and he got a lot of criticism for that, but he went over there because he was trying to work something out about the price of gas going forward. And OPEC is just basically in Saudi Arabia and the UAE, United Arab Emirates, I believe, or was it? Anyway, definitely Saudi Arabia and some others. They've basically just said, tough. They've just given the Saudi Arabian equivalent of the middle finger to Biden. So the relationship with Saudi Arabia, our support of Saudi Arabia, we should definitely read on that soon, because I think it's going to deteriorate. And Saudi Arabia is going to really wish they hadn't done that. But then again, MBS also has the energy of a serial killer. It's amazing how often these people end up as autocrats. Strong men. We like strong men. You like monsters. I don't like monsters. We don't like monsters. But Kathy Lamson says, wow, great question, but I just don't think OPEC cares about any other countries. Well, they do care about, they care about their own reputations to an extent. I mean, they're paying for that stupid golf thing that Trump's doing. That's all. They basically, the is it US Open? Please let me know in the chat. I can't remember the exact terms. My brain is not doing well putting it all together. The PGA tournament, I think it's called PGA tournament. Anyway, they said they were not going to have any more of their competitions at Trump properties. Well, Trump went through the roof, and so then he made this deal with Saudi Arabia. And what Saudi Arabia gets out of it is to hobnob with the hoi polloi and gets them access, gets them PR, gets them in the ear of the movers and shakers, because golf is still predominantly a game for the wealthy white people of the, yeah. Anyway. PGA golf, thank you. I'm sorry, that is Boo Boo snoring. Sweetheart. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. Yes, the Live tournament. Live 54. Wait, money. They do have a lot of money for now. But the sooner we get off of fossil fuels, the sooner we can tell MBS, murderous blankety blank that he is, to go pound sand. All right, 6 of Swords, Devil. 5 of Wands, Star, and Hierophant. They do what they want. They do like causing rancor. They want to be power players. They want to be important. They want to support Republicans just in general, because the Republicans are the ones who want to stay on fossil fuels, whereas most of the Democrats, we want to get to renewable energy. King of Swords. Ugh. Death card. 4 of Cups, 2 of Cups. We'll find other ways. Dealing with specifically Saudi Arabia is hugely problematic, and they don't listen. They don't want to listen. They refuse to listen. So it's like, you know what? Fine. We will go elsewhere. We will do other things. This just feels like Saudi Arabia's power weakening over time. As far as specifically working with doing this now to affect midterms, it feels like it's a lovely bonus. So Polywana says, is golf the game that uses the brown pointy ball or the tiny white one? I think it's the tiny white one. All right. Okay, Bonnie says, I'm going to the Women's March in Philadelphia tomorrow in front of the Art Museum. How cool is that? Gretchen says, I thought Venezuela offered to help with the oil supply. Well, there is talk about lifting some sanctions against Venezuela, which is problematic. But what do you do? Hard decisions. I do not envy anyone who's president of the United States. That's the hard decisions. Okay. And we are at 40 minutes in. Okay, now we've got some Trump stuff. Potentially good stuff. Let's see what the energy's doing on DOJ. Basically, a bombshell New York Times report suggests The DOJ is closing in on Trump, and indictments are likely to start flying. Got 3 headlines here, all related to the same thing. Second one is major step toward indictment. Experts weigh in on the DOJ's thinking Trump still has more documents. Not a good look, not a good thing. Then the third one, the Justice Department officials think Donald Trump may have more documents, says the New York Times. Okay, so that's the more direct one. So, will indictment start flying? I don't think there is did I include something in here? Because there is, yes, number 10. Fulton County DA ready to indict January 6 plotters, perhaps in December. Right now, that's Georgia. We'll get there in a minute. Right now, we're dealing with the DOJ and potential of indictments flying. Indictments are likely to start flying as the DOJ is closing in on Trump because they think he hasn't turned over all the documents. Kathy Lamson says, indictments flying? I like this idea. Ricky says, be gentle with the energy out. I ate about an hour ago. I'm sorry. Okay. Hello, DOJ. Indictments flying, you say. Someone says. I mean, obviously, they've decided they're not going to do anything until after Election Day, which is November 8th, but there's plenty of time in November after that. There's plenty of time in December. Deborah says it seems they're all competing now to be first. Yeah, except for Coward Bragg in New York. But anyway, all right, Queen of Swords. Those are in the investigations, and there are many. Knight of Cups. 2 of Wands. Page of Cups. 10 of Pentacles. 2 of Swords. They have tried so hard to be reasonable. They have bent over, the DOJ and the National Archive, all of them, they have bent over backwards to have it not look political, to be as reasonable. Sarah says it's like the mail memos at the Ministry of Magic in Harry Potter, the indictments flying and whizzing by everywhere. Yeah, Sharon Sipe for entertainment purposes only. Sorry, I mispronounced it. Sharon Sipe. All right, they've bent over backwards about this communications. Do not underestimate the Democrats. Doesn't matter. It's Trump. It's almost like he's just sitting there, just. The old expression is fat, dumb, and happy. But we know he's not happy. He's not. Yeah, he's a miserable, unhealthy human being. So I get distracted because my brain's like, oh, you're going to hear about it in the comments. I am not saying anything negative about people's weight. I'm not. I have no problem with people's weights. I have a problem with Trump and his hypocrisy and grossness. Just throwing that out there. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. This is a decision that will come down. And he's going to be surprised. It feels like indictments are going to come down. And Trump's going to be like, what? It's going to be all over the news. All over the news. And he's going to be shocked. And then he is going to be livid. Which to me just feels glorious. Yeah, Karen Conroy says, hoping Velveeta Voldemort gets a howler. Actually, he's gonna be a howler. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's coming, definitely. He's gonna be bigly mad. Yeah, the energy is just really icky. Ugh. I don't know. I mean, there are people who are better psychics than I am. They're more spiritual than I am. They're better at this, that, or the other than I am. I'm not saying I'm the be all and end all. I think you guys know me well enough after me being here for years. It's not all about me. I cannot fathom how awful it must be to be lowering your vibration so much for so many years that you can't connect at all. You can't see through the gunk in your aura. I mean, I had an amazing Reiki session with Sienna Rose Metaphysical. She's great. But the idea of, somebody trying to help Trump clean out that energy, I would want to like jump in between Sienna and Trump and be like, don't do it, save yourself. Save yourself, Sienna. But she's a sweetheart. Anyway, Julie says I'm itchy. I know, that's exactly what I'm getting. That's ugh. 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 Okay. Yeah, his energy's terrible. He's there. All right. So now this other thing, though, at 48 minutes in, let's have a look at this one because I'm curious what's going on here. We have been disappointed so many times, and it can be hard to keep your spirits up sometimes, where it seems like, okay, he's gonna finally be held accountable. Something good's gonna happen here, and then it doesn't happen. It's so disappointing. So there is this Raw Story article. Let me share this. Yes, Lucky Girl's here. Hello. And says, please check out Sienna's website at Sienna Rose Metaphysical from Warner Services. She's great. Highly, highly, highly recommend her. And Ricky says, I'm a big guy and Trump made me go on a diet and start eating healthier. I can understand that. This came out yesterday in Raw Story. Let me get rid of this. There we go. And I need to I can't actually see the tab. I've got so much open. Here we go. Insider worries about the team DOJ has on Trump's Mar-a-Lago case. Following a Thursday night report from the New York Times, a former top Department of Justice official publicly warned about the team Merrick Garland has investigating Donald Trump. A top justice official told Trump's lawyers in recent weeks that the department believed he had not returned all the documents. The outreach from the official, who leads the department's counterintelligence operations, is the most concrete indication yet that the investigators remain skeptical. Okay. Justice Department officials have demanded in recent weeks that he return outstanding documents. Okay, I don't see a problem yet. Okay, what's with the DOJ playing footsie with Trump? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. How about treating Trump like anyone else and charge him? DOJ's position was analyzed by NYU law professor Andrew Weissman. DOJ looks so lame here, he added. Maybe the DOJ thinks if it asks politely, the docs will all be returned and the whole affair can be put in the past. Bygones with bygones. The whole approach here is making him mad, making us all angry, I think. And he's suggesting the DOJ team may not be properly staffed. The same group, I think this is important, the same group did no criminal investigations into Manafort's FARA violations for 8 months, but negotiated with his counsel for 8 months to have him file a disclosure form after years of violating the law. So that's why I'm super concerned about the staffing here. Okay, I don't know how to get rid of that, but anyway, so let's have a look. What's going on here? Put this back up, and maybe I can actually turn the light back on, turn my camera back on. If I make this brighter, does that work? Hey, that works. All right, let's do that. All right, so insider worrying about the team, the DOJ team, bending over backwards for Trump. Why not arrest the man? You have classified materials. My goodness, let's do something about that. If you have them here, chances are you have them somewhere else. Let us look at all of your other properties. And you yourself, sir, wear these handcuffs with pride that you are a part of America, which has a robust Department of Justice that will hold evildoers accountable. Rather than him swanning around, getting paid to do speaking engagements, and yes, he's getting paid. Those rallies he's doing, he's being paid by those people's campaigns. He's not doing that out of the goodness of his heart. He doesn't have one. If it does, it's like a remnant. It's like this big. So, all right. So are you going to continue, DOJ? Are you going to continue to just, oh, that's okay. Please, will you return the stuff? Please, the cherry on top. We'll give you extra ice cream. He has allegedly done massive damage to our national security. Arrest him. Yes, Ricky. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Ace of Wands. 2 of, you're a mean one, Mr. Trump. 2 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Hermit, and Page of Cups. Do not underestimate them. These are the dumb things Trump did. He made really stupid decisions. So did some people around him. This, as quietly in the background, they are looking very, very, very closely. And do not underestimate them. Do not underestimate the DOJ. Okay, that's what I'm getting. It feels, for what it's worth, it feels like part of this is they want to make sure that there's no there's just no basis for appeal. Just nothing. Nothing. Prosecutor. Everything set just so. 8 of Wands. 8 of Cups. All the things that Trump did, all the horrible things that he did are evidence. Feels like every one of these 8 is landing in every one of these cups. It's like, caught it, because it's a card of evidence. And then Page of Pentacles. Where'd you get the thing? Where'd you get the thing? Huh? It feels like they are moving on. Matter of fact, now I'm getting heat. I'm getting heat against my face. There are some people who are in the intelligence community who, like, they have to, like, go to see their doctors. They are so upset. They are just, they are livid, and they're angry all the time, and they are scared for the country. And there is definitely fire burning, metaphorical fire burning. I mean, I got this back before where it was like people walking around it. Oh gosh, CIA, FBI, wherever, where people just trying to do their jobs, but they are so scared for the country and all the work that they've done being destroyed and people being hurt and all of this stuff, that it's like they're all just trying to function while they're metaphorically, their heads are, you know, their hair's on fire. So they've got flames around their head and they're just walking around. It's like, hey Bill, how's it going? Fine, Janet, how's your day going? Oh, it's doing well. Okay, see you later. Okay. And they're just trying to function. Meanwhile, they're just like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Thank you, Fran. Kelly says, novel thought, no more evidence. Arrest him. Thank you, Fran. Thank you. All right. So, Stewart Rhodes. The Talented Three on Sunday night. Tara's Apprentice, Johnny, Jenlin's Tarot, Becca from House of Lenormand. They call him One-Eyed Stewie Rhodes. And normally I find it, and I imagine they find it heinous to make fun of anyone who has any kind of physical problems. It's and accidents happen, but Stewart Rhodes is, I believe, head of the Oath Creepers, and the problem he has came about where he was teaching about gun safety, and he dropped the gun and it went off. Anyway, yeah, Sharon Ann, Stewart Rhodes shot himself during a gun safety class. Frank says oath keepers. That's correct. Oh no, it's oath creepers. Because that works. That works. That's very good. Oath creepers. They're so awful. Anyway, so Stewart Rhodes, oath creeper. Let's say 59 minutes in. Stewart Rhodes, according to, where is this? According to a former Oath Creeper member, Stewart Rhodes had contact with a supportive Secret Service agent. So, are we going to be finding out all the fun little details of this? Secret Service, you have got a problem. Oh, bless Janice. Big hug. Big hug. Bless. Sharon Ann is saying, Quaker, the oat keepers. All right. Stewart Rhodes had contact with a supportive Secret Service agent. Really? This guy is dumb as a rock. I mean, if you read on, if I know some of you read as well. When you read on Barack Obama, it's downright, it's effervescent. He is sober. He is so intelligent, and he is, you know, he's a politician. I mean, there's a certain type of personality that is really successful in politics. I'm not saying he's a saint, but he's a good guy. And you try to, you know, you just reach out for his energy, and it's like, it's welcoming, and it's up here. The energy, the vibration's up here. This guy, I feel like I just sat down in a parking lot on one of the, you know, they get the cement divider things, or that you roll up so you don't like roll up onto the sidewalk. And I feel like I just sat down on one of those in like not the best neighborhood on the asphalt. It's just like, Rhodes is a Yale Law School graduate. Really? He has really? His energy does not say Yale Law School graduate at all. Dear great Gussie, is he just that self-destructive? She asked of the man who shot himself by accident, but still. Really? Hang on. Stewart Rhodes. Yeah, interview. Where's my... Okay. I'm trying to find an actual, like, listen to this guy for a second, because what you're telling me is not matching what I'm picking up. But let's have a look, because I could very well be wrong. All right, that's talking about him. More talking about him. Has anyone ever actually interviewed this jerk? This is in 2011.
I'm standing here with Stewart Rhodes, who's the founder and executive or president of Oath Keepers.
President of Oath Keepers.
And could you just tell us a little bit about Oath Keepers, just for people who aren't familiar with Oath Keepers?
Sure. Oath Keepers is an association of current serving and former military, police, and firefighters, all of us who swore an oath to support and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And the mission of Oath Keepers is to remind the current serving and also veterans of their responsibility under their oath.
Great. And to me, it's a no-brainer. If you swore an oath to defend the Constitution, you should be an Oath Keepers. Would you agree?
Well, if you swore an oath to defend the Constitution, you should keep your oath. Whether someone joins Oath Keepers or not is not really my concern. My concern is that they remember their oath and they follow it and they understand the Constitution.
Okay. I stand by what I said. Well, that was before he had his accident. CC Writer says, ABC News says he secured a clerkship on the Arizona Supreme Court, had a stint as an Army paratrooper cut short by a training accident, followed by marriage, college, and an Ivy League law degree. Okay. I'm listening to this guy. I'm looking at him. I'm getting this. He's a blockhead. His vision is so narrow that, I mean, one of the things I say about intelligence is that you're taking in huge amounts of information and you are cataloging it in parts of your memory. You're making connections between pieces. You're processing huge amounts of information. Okay. It's easier to learn something, to be good at something, if your whole life is in a square that's this big. You just say, okay, I'm gonna this little piece, I'll do this little piece, and I'll do this little piece, and those things will give me prestige. And the rest of it, Sarah, yes, that's what makes him dangerous. His education is lost on his narrow-minded persona. He mentally twists it all to fit his narrative. Yeah, because his everything, everything would fit on the back of this card. Whereas you are probably, you're pulling in information from different sources, you're integrating, you're using your emotional intelligence, you've got this open-mindedness. Whereas this is not even that big, just this little thing. And that's what he's bouncing around in that. So that's the energy. He's a blockhead. So anyway, but apparently he was in touch with a Secret Service agent, eh? Okay. Oh, woe is he. Really? And your oath to the Constitution means you should attack the Capitol, right? Attack lawmakers. Really? That's how this works? You narrow-minded idiot. Yeah. Page of Swords, full Page of Swords Hierophant, 3 of Pentacles, and it didn't work. Okay. This guy is an idiot, fool, bully to what should be done with a plan to overturn the government, and he wasn't able to pull it off. You mean there was some stuff going on that you didn't account for? Because your whole viewpoint is, will fit through you know, the something, your entire worldview would fit through something the size of a toilet roll cardboard center. So let's look at the Secret Service side of it. I'm sure another mental genius, mental giant. Nine of Wands, King of Pentacles, Lovers, Moon. Okay, who the heck was he talking to? Do we know who he was talking to? Because the energy of this person is crazy. Like, and very tightly wound, paranoid, but the only way to fix this bad thing from happening is this must be done. I mean, it's whew. Decaf is just as tasty. Seriously. And yes, that is a quote from Real Genius. Okay, here we are. I don't like this person. So is all of this going to come out? Yeah, I don't like this person's energy at all. Okay. Chat, I don't know if it was Tony Ornato or not. I haven't heard, but oh gosh. CC Ryder says, these people make coffee nervous. Queen of Cups. It feels like they'll figure it all out. High Priestess. Oh, they thought they were being all sneaky. Four of Cups and King of Wands for this Seek Help Führer. Seek Help Trump. Four of Cups, refusal to listen to reason. Okay, all right, I'm just gonna remove my emotions from all of that, and I'll just hang it on this, which is the DOJ, etc. They will work it out. I'm going to get all this gunk off of me and hand it to them. Here, I don't want that. It's all yours. Huh. That was awful. Yuck. Oh, you were snoring again. Poor little thing. Okay. Speaking of January 6th, at 1:14. Wow, energy is bad today. The number of times I've had people come on this channel with me and do the readings with me, and then they're just like, you read on this stuff every day? It's like, I know, right? So Mark Meadows, according to a new book, Mark Meadows delivered Trump's threat to Mike Pence's aides ahead of January 6th. Well done, Mark. Oh, did the kitty wake up? He's a good boy. Nope, that's worse. There's no happy medium with the lighting. Okay. Mark Meadows, you are up to your little pinhead on this, aren't you? Strength card. Two of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Yeah. The committee, they know about this? What he was told to pass on information, and then you've got he himself is pretty much out in the cold. He doesn't have. He's trying to find somebody else to put all the blame on, and maybe he could. He's trying to put it on Trump, but you were in the middle of this, you jerk. Yeah, this, and this is my impersonation of Mark Meadows, Man of Courage, on January 6th. Like the great of American history, this is what Mark Meadows did on January 6th. Yeah, Mark Meadows is in. Yeah, he's in a little bit of trouble, just a little. Thank you, Janelle. Oh, Sarah said something. Oh, Sarah says that also explains how Rhodes ensnared Trump. To Trump, the degrees and such made him collectible. Pardon another HP analogy, like Slughorn. Oh, okay. All right. So at 1:17, I've been looking forward to this question. Breaking news. Fulton County DA ready to indict January 6 plotters in December. So, Fani Willis. Are the indictments going to come down? Will an indictment against Trump come down in December? Any idea what the, I don't remember what the cost, price, sentence, what's the word I'm looking for? Of, if convicted, he will potentially serve or pay or what have you. I can't remember. Knight of Pentacles. Well, it wasn't just him. You had Lindsey Graham, too. All right. Nine of Swords. Nine of Wands. 10 of Pentacles. Knight of Cups. And King of Wands. Well, there's Trump. And this is the... Well, he, of course, anyone against Trump, they're a Democrat. This is him being served. This is the knights, the law keepers of old coming to Trump. You done messed up. He thinks he's untouchable. I mean, I wouldn't touch him, but Trump thinks he's untouchable. I like this. I like that. Those two cards are just really penalties. Yes, Larry, thank you. Yes. I mean, if convicted of election interference in Georgia, what are the potential penalties? Does anybody know? I'll have to look it up. Okay. Would you like to hear? Oh no, let's do the other. Let's do this one first. We're gonna briefly look at the Hunter Biden thing. There's potential the FBI's gathered enough stuff to charge Hunter Biden, blah, 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 blah. You mean the man not in office? Former addict? And then we're going to go through, apparently, it's coming out more and more, the horrible things Trump used to say to Jared Kushner all the time. I figured we'd start with that because we need to know, has Jared had enough? That's the rub. So this lighting thing is making me crazy. If I make that darker, no, that doesn't help. I cannot figure out how to make this work. That's as good as I can make it. So all right. 122. We're going to start with, okay. Does anybody care? Will it make any difference? According to, there, apparently it is said the FBI has gathered what it believes is evidence to charge Hunter Biden with crimes related to his taxes and a gun purchase. He bought a gun. He put on the form that he does not take drugs, is not an addict. I thought they were supposed to be really big on you can get a gun anytime, anywhere, for any reason, no questions asked. But now you're saying he should be. Of course you are. And some taxes he didn't pay. FBI has sent the information to the U.S. attorney in Delaware, while Hunter Biden's attorneys hit back at the allegations. So, are they going to charge and convict Hunter Biden of acting like a complete idiot, former drug addict, who made stupid, self-destructive decisions? Last I heard, he's been clean for a while. He's taken responsibility for what he's done. He wants to pay the IRS the money, including whatever fines there are, and put this behind him. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, Dave. Sharon says, I think the story was released because of the midterms. Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. This is about the midterms. Hunter Biden, King of Pentacles. Tucker Carlson is happy. He's going to dance around with his Swanson dinners. Justice. King of Wands. Four of... Okay. Something is going forward. Trump is going to talk about this and talk about this and talk about this every rally. And why is he still able to talk about this so much? Why has he not been escorted to a place of being arrested? And what's going to happen with the Hunter Biden thing? Not much. He's going to pay his fines. If he has to serve some time for lying on that form, he'll serve whatever time it is. They believe on the right and Trump, they they can make hay out of this. This is the worst thing ever. Who cares? So what effect is this going to have on the midterms? Mel Broussard says, is it a deal with the DOJ? If they indict Hunter, they can indict Trump? Lori is saying it's a nothing burger. Yeah, you will lose a lot of weight if these are the burgers you're eating. So, Hunter Biden, is this going to affect the midterm elections? Here's a big old death card. Full, we can agree on that. 4 of Swords, 3 of Cups. Nothing. Flatlined. No effect. Nice try, Fox News and OAN and whoever else is still around. I can't even remember who's still around. So, yeah. Anne says it depends if it's a felony or a misdemeanor. Karen says, but Hillary's emails, but Hunter's laptop. Good grief. Former president has potentially sold nuclear secrets, top secret documents to our enemies. Yeah. All right. Last question. Has Kushner had enough? Because you think that Trump's awful, if we think Trump is awful, you don't have to be around him all the time. So here's the story. All right. Here we go. According to Raw Story, Trump made bizarre comments about Jared Kushner. Yeah, there's a good look. I just want to make sure you guys can see what I'm seeing. Yes, you can. Okay. The former president, during a meeting about a campaign strategy during the 2020 election, he interrupted the meeting to comment on his daughter's interest in travel and digressed onto mocking her husband. Yes, dear, we're almost done. I'm almost done. Ivanka wants to rent one of those big RVs, Trump said. Trump then gestured toward Kushner. This skinny guy wants to do it. Can you imagine Jared and his skinny ass camping? Be like something out of Deliverance. Trump then made noises mimicking the banjo theme song from the 1972 movie. Apparently, Kushner was the target of quite a bit of ridicule, groused about him not being there on Saturdays, and called him effete. We've looked at that before. Trump criticized his son-in-law for being effete after Kushner spoke to reporters in 2017. He sounds like a child, Trump said. So, newsflash, Trump is awful. Shocking, I know. Has Jared had enough? Man. Oh, Alfie Moon. Thank you, Annette. Wheezy Squeezebox says, well, we all mock Ivanka's mannequin. Yeah. So, Kushner, the evil mannequin himself, it's slender Jared. How are you feeling towards your father-in-law? Three of Pentacles. He's got his own thing now, and he's focusing on his business. Oh, you mean the millions of dollars you have to pay out because of your mismanagement and the heinous conditions you had your people that you own those buildings and you had them living in, including children? Yeah, you're busy. I get it. 10 of Cups, King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, World, Justice. I'm actually not getting much about Trump other than he's the grandfather of my children, so I have to put up with a certain amount. But and in this, he gets angry with how focused on her father Ivanka is, which is surprising because it's hard to imagine Ivanka being focused on anyone other than Ivanka. She just, the way she would swan around and just flat out ignore the rules that everybody has to live under. But the legal world is about to come tsunamiing. Is that a word? Tsunamiing in. This is what's coming. Not breaking my heart. I don't think it's breaking yours. Yes, Wheezy Squeezebox. For verily he is a slumlord. Yes. So anyway, there we are. All right. Well, that's a good place to stop for the day. Thank you so much for being here. That is going to do it for me for today. But I'm here every single day of the year. And at 4, it is 1:43 p.m. here in Chicago. At 4 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel to do creative sprints. You're always welcome. Get some creative work done, any kind. We're just encouraging, that's all, and keeping you company. So that's at 4 o'clock. And then other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. Same boo-boo time, same boo-boo channel. And yeah, that's kind of how we do. So hang in there. You're not alone. We are in this together. And there are good days ahead. There are. Okay. So hang in there. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow.